Hello everyone, myself your mentor Aadityaamlan Panda and I am currently pursuing my BTech at Indian Institute of Technology, Kanpur. The thing you are seeing in the background is something a part of the scientific aura of IIT Kanpur and you will know it once you are the part of this prestigious institution. So the motto of this video, what we are going to discuss in this video is Pareto's Principle. Yeah, you heard it right, Pareto's Principle and how it can be applied to our lives when we are preparing ourselves for the JEE examinations. So let's get started. The Pareto's principle states that 80% of consequences come from 20% of the causes. Now, what do you mean by this? That 80% of the results what we get are because of 20% of our efforts. For example, consider a cricket match. Suppose a typical middle order batsman scores around 60 runs of 50 balls. And meanwhile, in these 50 balls, he hits 4 sixes and 6 fours. So these total amount to around 48 runs, which is nearly 80% of his score. And these are just 10 balls, around 20% of the total balls faced by him. So this shows what? That 20% of the causes has resulted in supporting towards 80% of his consequences. Similarly, for more examples, consider the bugs caused by around 20% of viruses who cause around 80% of bugs in computer systems. Similarly, in healthcare, around 80% of diseases are caused by 20% of disease-causing organisms. But how can we apply this Pareto's principle? Like, why am I discussing this with you when the JEE examination is around the corner? 20% of your efforts would be majorly influencing 80% of your results. To explain it simply, let me tell you, if you are spending 20% of the day in just planning, 80% of the day would be used in a better way. And similarly, before the exam, suppose in the last 5 days, the last day, that is 20%, if you are planning well, then efforts of other 4 days will reflect in your paper. But it is not said that Pareto's principle is only positive. There can be even negative aspects of this. I am just telling you to take heed that how you are going to use the 20% of the day. If you are not able to use this time perfectly, then the worst thing will happen. Like if you spend this 20% in just, for instance, binging or scrolling, then the 80% efforts would go meaningless. So you need to take care how you are using the 20% of the day. That would be determining how the other 80% of the day would be used. So the motto of this entire video was that proper planning of the minimum part of the day would be affecting the rest part of the entire day, and that's what Pareto's principle says, that 80% of consequences are based on just 20% of the causes. So you need to be careful how you are using the 20% of important part of your day that would be major influential in affecting your results. Either you are wasting it or you are using it in a better way. So thank you, and stay motivated. All the best for the exams.